After after every 10 blocks, you switch the stitch and start again, and another 10 rows and another 10 rows. Hello Crafty, welcome to a tutorial on this channel. So this tutorial will show you how to crochet this beautiful bean blocks crochet baby blanket. Alright, this is a very easy stitch to memorize, the bean stitch and then half double crochet stitches. So if you do not know how to crochet the bean stitch, please check out the tutorial on how to do that. Okay, it will help you in this tutorial. So each of those blocks is 10 rows tall. Alright, but the width is a bit different. The half double crochet rows work across 10 stitches, while the bean stitch rows work across 11 stitches each. That does not mean 11 bean stitches. It only means that you have 11 stitches to work through here, work across here, and 10 stitches to work across only half double crochet stitches. Alright, and after that we will crochet the border, a simple double crochet border. This pattern is very easy to customize because it's a multiple of 21 stitches times the number that you need, and an even number. So 21 times 2, 21 times 4, 21 times 6, and so on and so forth. As wide as you want the blanket to be. I've written on the customization notes on the blog, so please check it out. Alright, this pattern uses DK weight yarn and 4mm hook. So any DK weight yarn of choice can be used for this blanket. You could also use a worsted weight yarn if you want, all choice, because it's easy to customize. Alright, this blanket is already completed, so this tutorial is going to be showing you a demo of how to make one for yourself or for a very special baby that you know. Alright, let's dive in. So for this demo, I'm going to be doing a multiple of 21 times 21 chains times 4. This is the first 21 chains. So that's 1. So I have a multiple of 21 chains here in 4 places, and that is 84, and I'm going to chain 1. Okay, at the end of it. Now so that gives us 85 chains. And I'm going to skip the first chain and do a half double crochet into the next chain and half double crochet into 9 chains. So that means we want to have 10 half double crochet stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we have 10 half double crochet stitches. So we want to do start with the bean stitch. So we're going to start our bean stitch in here. Don't forget to check out the bean stitch tutorial if you are new to the bean stitch, so that you can be familiar with it. So in the next one, we're just going to start our bean stitch. Bean stitch, chain 1. This chain 1 counts as a stitch as well, so that means we'll skip the next chain. Bean stitch again, chain 1, and skip, and then bean stitch again. So take note, we've done across 4 stitches now, right? So because bean stitch, chain 1, that's 2 stitches, bean stitch, chain 1, another 2 stitches, so that's 4 so far. And in the next, So I mean, after the chain 1, of course, you skip a chain. Then stitch, chain 1, that's 8 stitches, skip 1 stitch. Then stitch, chain 1, so that's 2, 4, 6, that's 8 stitches now, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Skip 1 stitch. I mean, skip 1 chain. And then stitch, chain 1. Now we have worked across 10 chains, 10 stitches. So in 11th one, we're going to do our last bean stitch. Okay, once we do that, this time around we're not going to chain 1, because if we chain 1, that means we're going to be working across 12 chains or stitches, but we don't want that. We only want to work across 11 stitches. So this last bean stitch is our 11th, is done on the 11th chain or stitch. Now we're going to do another 10 half double crochet stitches in the next 10 chains. So half double crochet after the last bean stitch. Just start to make half double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we're going to do bean stitch again. So we're going to start bean stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch. Bean stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, or chain in this case. Bean stitch. Chain 1, skip next. Chain 1, skip the next. Chain 1. How many do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, we have 6 bean stitches. So we want to have 6 bean stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last bean stitch in the 11th chain. Alright, do not chain 1. Now do half double crochet. And 10. Now bean stitch again. Chain 1, skip 1 chain. Chain 1, skip 1 chain. skip. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, a last bean stitch, skip, and then do not chain one. Do not chain one, and half double crochet into 10 stitches. We're gonna do a bean stitch again. So bean stitch, do not chain one. After the last half double crochet, do not chain one. Now chain one, skip one chain, chain one, skip one chain. Chain one, skip one. Chain one, skip one. Skip one, and our last bean stitch goes in the last chain. All right, that is the end of row one. Okay, row two. We will chain one and we will turn. All right, I want to do bean stitches on top of these ones here. So if you notice, we have 6 bean stitches per set. Okay, per block we have 6 bean stitches, and we have 10 half double crochet stitches. All right, so bean stitch into the first. You want to know exactly where to be working to in your bean stitch, please check out the tutorial. I clearly show where to be working into when you're working in bean stitch. Alright, and chain one, bean stitch in the next stitch. Chain one, bean stitch in the next stitch. Chain one, bean stitch. Chain one, bean stitch. Okay, how many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I need to do one more bean stitch, which is this one, this last one here. Bean stitch. All right, once that's done, and we're gonna do our half double crochet stitches. So that's 10 half double crochet stitches. that's 10. And bean stitch now. Bean stitch. Chain 1, bean stitch. Chain 1. Chain 1. Chain 1 and the last bean stitch. Bean stitch. No chain 1. Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're on track. After last bean stitch, no chain 1, half double crochet stitch. Okay, so you want to repeat this across the row. Bean stitch over the bean stitches. Make sure you have 6 ones that are puffed, okay? And half double crochet across 10 stitches, bean stitch, and half double crochet. And have one last stitch on the one. Finish our last half double crochet stitch. Chain 1, turn, and half double crochet. And bean stitch. Chain 1, bean stitch. Okay, and after that last bean stitch, another half double crochet, 10 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so this is what we want to do on row 3. Repeat it across the row. So that means 10 half double crochet stitches and then bean stitches. Okay, 6 bean stitches, 10 half double crochet stitches, 6 bean stitches, 10 half double crochet stitches, 6 bean stitches. We'll do this last part together. So bean stitch, chain 1 bean stitch, chain 1 bean stitch, chain 1, and we have our last bean stitch here, right? Okay, there's a stitch right there at the side. Okay, and chain 1. So chain 1 and turn. So we want to repeat row 4. We want to repeat what we did on row 2. Bean stitch, chain 1, bean stitch, chain 1, and bean stitch. Alright, if you're ever in doubt of how many bean stitches you have, just count and ensure that you have 6, okay, on each block. Now do not chain 1 after the last one, and half double crochet into 10 stitches. And that's it. So we want to continue to repeat this sequence. Do your bean stitch, and then 10 half double crochet stitches, 6 bean stitches, 10 half double crochet stitches. Always remember that after the half double crochet stitch, there is no chain 1 between the first bean stitch and the last half double crochet stitch, and there is no chain 1 between the last half double crochet stitch when you that is on the row that you're working, between the last half double crochet stitch and the first, between the last bean stitch and the first half double crochet stitch, right? The chain 1s are only between the bean stitches, not at the beginning and not at the end of the bean stitches. So you want to repeat the sequence: bean stitch, 6 bean stitches, half double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of row 4. Alright, now that's the end of row 4. What we want to do now is repeat rows 3 and rows 4 up to row 10. So yeah, so chain 1, turn, and repeat rows 3 and 4 until you have 10 rows. And at the end of the 10th row, we will switch. It will now become bean stitch, half double crochet, bean stitch, half double crochet. So repeat rows 3 and 4 up to row 10, and I'll see you at the end of row 10. Okay, we have 10 rows now, and we're going to switch. So chain 1, turn. Now we're going to start with puff stitch and puff stitch, half double crochet, puff stitch, half double crochet. So chain 1, turn, and into the very first stitch. Okay, we'll do our first puff stitch. Chain 1. Skip 1 stitch, puff in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, puff. Sorry, bean stitch. We're doing bean stitches, not puff stitches. Sorry. Chain 1, skip 1, bean stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, bean stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we need to do one more. So chain 1. So the last bean stitch will be on the last one on the previous row, which is the first bean stitch here. Alright, now I want to do half double crochet stitches. We're going to be doing 10 half double crochet stitches. So in this the side of the bean stitch, we will do two half double crochet stitches, and in the next bean stitch 2. Alright, this space here, that's where we're working the stitches by the side of the bean stitch. Pardon me if you hear me say puff stitch, just know that I'm talking about bean stitch. 2 half double crochet stitches. So we have how many now? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, we're gonna do the last 2 in the side of the last bean stitch. Alright, that's 10 half double crochet stitches. We're gonna start again bean stitch in the next one, because if you turn this, you will see that this half double crochet is the last half double crochet, okay, on this set here. So we're starting a bean stitch in the last half double crochet there, which is now the first one when you turn it around. So bean stitch, chain 1, bean stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch in the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch in the next. skip bean stitch, chain 1, skip bean stitch, chain 1 and bean stitch. We're skipping this, of course, so bean stitch. Alright, now I want to do half double crochet stitches. Okay, after last bean stitch, remember, no chain 1, so 2 half double crochet stitches, and the next 2 half double crochet stitches, 2 half double crochet stitches into each of them. We want to have 10 half double crochet stitches. Okay, and then the last 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, and start again, bean stitch. Skip, alright, and repeat again, half double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 half double crochets in the next bean stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next bean stitch, 2 half double crochet, and 2 half double crochet. All right, bean stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, all right, and we'll finish 2 half double crochets in the next bean stitch, and 2 half double crochet in the next as well. 2 half double crochets. Two half double crochets, and we're going to finish in last bean stitch 2 half double crochets at the side right there. Alright, so that is row 11. Chain 1, turn. Row 12 will be we'll be working the same stitch into the previous stitches. So we're building up the bricks or the blocks, the bean blocks. So after half double crochet in the first stitch, half double crochet across 9 stitches to have 10 half double crochet stitches on the first block there. Alright, and half double crochet, bean stitch in the first bean stitch, okay? Alright. And bean stitch. Okay, I should chain 1. Totally forgot that. Then bean stitch. Chain 1, bean stitch. Chain 1, bean stitch. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and now we'll do half double crochet stitches. Alright, 10 half double crochet stitches. Now bean stitch. Chain 1. Okay, so you want to repeat that bean stitch, and then bean stitch across, and then 10 half double crochet stitches, bean stitch, 10 half double crochet stitches, bean stitch. I'll see you at the end of round 12. Alright, chain 1, turn. Row 13. base stitch in the first stitch, chain 1, base stitch in the next stitch, base stitch, chain 1, base stitch, bin stitch. Okay, and we want to repeat this. So half double crochet, 10 stitches, bin stitch, half double crochet, bin stitch, half double crochet, bin stitch, half double crochet stitches. So we're essentially building the blocks of each of the stitch rows. So you want to repeat that, half double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of row 12. Row 13. Yeah, row 13. Alright, end of row 13, chain 1, turn. Of course, from here on we want to repeat row 12 and row 13. We'll repeat this up all the way to row 19, and row 20 will be a repetition of row 12. So repeat rows 12 and 13 all the way up to row 20, and I'll see you at the end of row 20. Okay, row 20, and chain 1, turn, chain 1, turn, and 2 half double crochets into the first stitch here. That is the first bin stitch, and 2 half double crochets into the next one, 2 half double crochets into the third bin stitch, repeat again, and one more time. So we have 10 half double crochet stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, now we're going to start bin stitch, and it will be in the next bin stitch. This is the last bin stitch on row 20. So we're gonna go in there. Alright, chain 1, skip, chain 1, skip, skip, next stitch, skip, and next stitch, chain 1, skip, and the last stitch there, the last half double crochet stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 bean stitches, and this is the last base stitch on row 20, previous row. So in there we're going to start 2 half double crochet stitches until we have 2 half double crochet stitches into the side of the bean stitches. 6, 8, and 10. Okay. Now we're going to do our bean stitch again. So we'll start again in the first bean stitch there. Chain 1, skip 1, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, skip, skip, okay. Repeat again 2 half double crochets into the first one there. And 2 half double crochets, okay. 10 half double crochet stitches, and we'll start bean stitch again. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch in the next. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, bean stitch in the next stitch. Alright, so repeat the last few stitches. So we have 2 sets more, half double crochets and bean stitch. Half double crochets, 2 half double crochets each in each of the bean stitches. Alright. and bean stitch. So the first stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, bean stitch into the next stitch. And in the last stitch, alright, chain one, turn. So that's the end of row 21. We're heading on to row 22. So from now on, you see that it's just really repetitive. After every 10 blocks, you switch the stitch and start again, and another 10 rows and another 10 rows. So bean stitch into the first stitch here. Alright, so essentially you want to repeat so we're going to repeat this across. So we want to like repeat the first 10 rows, first box on here. Alright, so I'm going to see you at the end of this. So repeat 10 more rows. Okay, this is row 22 now. So do our half double crochet stitches and then bean stitch across. So we chain at the end of the row, chain one, turn, and then you continue to repeat it. You repeat it, and I'll see you at the end of row 30 because it's 10, 20, 30. Alright, once this set is complete, we're going to do one more set, which is I'm going to repeat rows 11 to 20, and after that we will do the border. So for this demo I'm going to do another set. Okay, rows 11 to 20 I'm going to repeat it again, and after that we will work the border together. Alright, so we're done with the blocks. Okay, so when you're making your version, this is basically where you're going to end. The first row has the half double crochet block here and ends with the half double crochet block on the side, and has the bean stitch block here and ends with bean stitch block here. So they're opposite sides facing each other. Okay, so now we want to crochet the border. Okay, so after the last bean stitch, we want to turn and chain 1, 2, 3. Okay, once that is done, we want to make single crochets, 2 single crochets into each of the bean stitches. So 2 single crochets there, and in the next bean stitch 2 single crochets as well, and in the next crochets, and next 2 single crochets, and in the next 2 single crochets. We have one last bean stitch here, so we're going to do just 1 single crochet here. Why? Because remember that we were working 11, this bean stitch was across 11 stitches, yeah, and these are half double crochet stitches across 10 stitches, so it kind of completes it. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So the last bean stitch will always have just 1 single crochet in it. And on the half double crochet rows, we want to do single crochet each, so that means we will have 10 single crochets on the half double crochet stitches. And 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll repeat it again. 2 single crochets in the first bean stitch, 2 single crochets in the next bean stitch, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, and in the last bean stitch we'll do 1 single crochet. Okay, so that gives us 11 single crochets for the bean stitch block. And repeat it again, single crochet, 1 single crochet each into the half double crochet stitches. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so you want to repeat this again, 2 single crochets each, and then 1 single crochet in the last bean stitch, and then single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the half double crochet stitches, 2 single crochet each in the bean stitches, 1 single crochet in the last bean stitch, and then single crochet each across. So you repeat this, and I'm going to see you at the end of the row. Okay, once you complete this, at the end of the row we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and working on the second side or second corner, and single crochet into the first stitch row there, which is the same as this one. So we want to have 10 single crochet stitches on this block here. So single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch row, and the next stitch row we'll do this across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, we're heading on to the bean stitch rows. So in the first bean stitch row, which is this right here, we'll do a single crochet, and over this next bean stitch row, the one that comes out at the side there, we'll chain 2 over it, and in the next bean stitch row, which is inside, this is the last stitch on that bean stitch row. This is the one we just chain 2 over, and in the next one is the next row, single crochet, chain 2 over this next one, and then single crochet, chain 2 over the next one, and single crochet, chain 2 over this, single crochet in the next one, and chain 2 over the last bean stitch. And now single crochet into the remaining, into the next 10 half double crochet stitch rows. And 10, right? Just to be sure where I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Heading on to the bean stitch block again. So on the next bean stitch row, single crochet over the next, chain 2 in the next single crochet over the next bean stitch row, chain 2, and the next single crochet. Okay, we're going to repeat this across. Alright, so we are on the last stitch row, so chain 2 over that bean stitch, and we'll do a slip stitch at the very bottom, slip stitch to finish that row. Now, which will lead us to the next corner. So we want to chain 1, 2, and 3. This is our first bean stitch. This is our first bean stitch, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in there. After you chain 3, do 2 single crochets in the first bean stitch. This is next bean stitch. We're going to do 2 single crochets as well. 2 single crochets, and next bean stitch, 2 single crochets, and next 2 single crochets, and next 2 single crochets, and in the last one we'll do 1 single crochet. Everything we've done now is repeating what we've done on this side here. Now we have the half double crochet stitches. We're going to be doing single crochet into each of those, so that means we want to have 10 single crochet stitches across that half double crochet row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 stitches right there. Now I want to repeat again. 2 single crochets into the first bean stitch there, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets in the next bean stitch, 2 single crochets in the next bean stitch. We're going to repeat this across till the last bean stitch. We'll do only 1 single crochet. Okay, we have one last bean stitch here. That's 1 single crochet. So that's 11 single crochets across the bean stitch rows, and 10 single crochet stitches across the half double crochet rows. I don't like how that's looking. Okay, I do have a stitch here, but if I make one there, it's going to be gaping wide open. I don't like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. So we're going to start from here. Single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so you want to repeat this across the row. 2 single crochets each in the bean stitches, except the last bean stitch. You do 1 single crochet in there, and then single crochet, 10 single crochets across the HDC stitches, 11 single crochets, which is 2 into each except the last bean stitch, 1 single crochet in there, and then single crochet across 10 single crochets. And I'll see you at the end of the row. Alright, once done, we're going to chain 3 and make the last corner, the 4th corner. And okay, this is the first stitch row, so we're going to do our single crochet there and single crochet into the remaining 9 stitch rows. Just to be sure, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, heading on to the bean stitch block, single crochet into the first stitch row, and over the next one we're going to chain 2, and in the next single crochet over the next one, chain 2, in the next stitch row, single crochet over the next, chain 2. Repeat this across, single crochet over the next, chain 2, and single crochet over the last, chain 2. Okay, proceed. So single crochet, single crochet. So 10 single crochets on this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 10. Alright, now on the bean stitch rows, we're going to do our single crochet, chain 2 over the next bean stitch row, single crochet in the next, chain 2 over the next bean stitch row, single crochet in the next, chain 2 over the next bean stitch row, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 2 over the next one, single crochet, chain 2 over the next one. Alright, so remember that we have a chain 3 here where we began. We have a chain 3. We're going to finish off in our chain 3. Alright, now we're heading on to round 2. Okay, so once we join into the first chain 3, we're going to chain 1, 2 and double crochet 3 double crochets into that chain 3. Alright, now we're going to do double crochet stitches into each of the single crochet stitches across the row. Alright, so at this point just go ahead and do double crochet stitches all the way across. We'll meet at the next corner. Alright, at the end of the row we have our chain 3 space here, so we're going to do 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. Okay, and continue to work double crochets into each of these double crochet. Alright, we're heading on to the bean stitch rows. So what we want to do is also double crochet double crochet into each of the stitches, double crochet. Okay, so we have our chain 2, our first chain 2 here. In chain 2 we'll also do double crochet, just one double crochet into each of the stitches across. Double crochet in the chain 1 space, double crochet in the stitch, double crochet in the chain 2 space. Pardon, I mean chain 2 space. So that's how this row will be worked. Double crochet in the chain 2 space, double crochet in the single crochet stitch, double crochet in the chain 2 space, double crochet in the single crochet stitch. So that's how we want to work each of the stitches all the way down, and at the end here we'll make our 3 double crochet into the chain 3 space. So go ahead and repeat double crochet into each of the chain 2 spaces and the stitches all across. So after the last double crochet in the chain 2 space, then we'll go into the chain 3 space and do three double crochets. Okay, we're going to continue a double crochet on the bottom stitches. So double crochet into each of the stitches. Alright, so when we get to the end of the row, we're going to do 3 single crochets, three double crochets into the chain 3 space. And we're going to continue on this side with double crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the next stitch and each of the stitches across, and into the chain 1 space, double crochet, and into the stitch, double crochet. So we're going to do that across. Chain 1 space, double crochet, the chain 2 spaces, and into the stitch, double crochet. Alright, we're going to finish with double crochet into the last chain 2 there, and we will chain into the very first double crochet, which is part of this 3 in the chain 3 space. So join. So we're going to do one more round, which is last round of border. So 1, 2, chain 2, and double crochet into the first stitch there, which is the same stitch where you just joined, and do 3 double crochets into the next stitch, which is the middle stitch of the 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. Okay, in the next one, double crochet and double crochet. Alright, we're going to do double crochet stitches across the row. Alright, and double crochet. Okay, we're on to this these 3 sets, which are in the chain 3 space. So double crochet, and in the middle one, 3 double crochets. And double crochet in the next one. Alright, so this is what we want to do on the 3rd round of the border. So double crochet across into the middle into the middle stitch here of the 3 sets, 3 double crochets, and double crochet across. Repeat again, 3 double crochet in the middle here, and we'll see you at the end. I'll see you at the end of the whole round. So we're going to join and snip the yarn. Alright, so once you are done, after the last double crochet, join to the first double crochet on the round. Slip stitch and snip your yarn, weaving your tails, and block the blanket. So this is basically how the blanket is worked. Don't forget to check out the written pattern for customization notes, and if you want to make different sizes. Alright, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Bye.